Hey, this is Aaron from Pheasantland RC. If you watch this channel, you know me. You know some of the weird ghost stories we have about Pheasantland, and I'm sure, you'd probably like to hear more, some of you. But there's probably other people come to the channel that never heard of us and don't know about it. But we keep having weird experience over at our roller rink. Not our roller rink, but the roller rink we use to race at and where we do our live Monday night show, Talking Shop. So we're there last night, and we're halfway through the show, and all of a sudden, our camera just shuts off. It says, that's a wrap. That means someone has turned off the camera either manually or on my phone. I haven't turned it off. Nobody else is there between me and Kyle. So I go restart it. We restart the show, get back to where we were. We take a call, and in the meantime, like between that restart and the end of the show, we keep hearing from a few people in the audience, the camera's moving. Camera's on a tripod, it shouldn't be moving. I mean, maybe there's the floor moving around, something like that. Could be a breeze, it's kind of drafty in there. So, we take a call from our guest. We're sitting there. I'm sitting in my chair to Kyle's right. And out of the corner of my right eye, I see a shadow. So I go look over, nothing. I've heard other people from the same corner too see like shadow people. And I'm like, well, I mean, I've been there and seen weird things. I don't really believe in ghosts, but if there's something there, it's like, you know what? If there is something, it's just watching us. It's just curious. So don't think much of it. We're on a phone call and talking to our guest, and all of a sudden I smell something really rank and rancid, something that smells like it's decomposing. I look at Kyle to my left. I'm like, Kyle, I'm pointing down. I'm like, did you, I'm under, keeping it low. Did you fart? He's like, no. I'm like, do you smell that? He's like, yeah. Smell goes away. We finish up our call. And, the smell kind of came back in small, tiny doses, but nothing too bad. So we wrap things up. I go take a walk. I walk by the Miss Pac-Man machine. And I smell that same smell again. I'm like, okay, well, this is weird. Walk outside, come back in. I meet up with Kyle. He went out to the roller rink area where we race. And he said, on the announcer stand, I swear I heard people talking. We're the only two people there. There's a tenant that lives upstairs, some older woman, but she's not out there on the roller rink floor. And her apartment is really separated from the rest of the roller rink. Roller rink has a big open ceiling to the roof, so it's not like she's over that. So like, okay, well, we should probably get out of here. So we go to leave. Kyle hits the light switch. We're walking for the door. And all of a sudden, hear Christmas music. And I don't think much of it. I think, well, you know what? A Christmas decoration went off, triggered the light sensor. When we turned off the light, not a big deal. Kyle, on the other hand, is booking it out of there. He's running for the door. So I get out there and I'm like, well, what's up? Like, it's just the Christmas decoration. Turn off the light. He's like, no. I've walked by that thing 100 times and it's never gone off before. It's not motion activated. It's you got to turn it on. I'm like, really? He's like, yes. And like, we finish up the night, go home. And, I tell him on the way home, I'm like, geez, I forgot the parts I wanted to buy. He's like, well, you're not going back there to get them. So, I mean, this is one of the weird incidents that we've had there. We have other stories, and if people have interest in this, I'll talk about them. So let me know. This is just a little trial and see what you people think. And some of you guys that were watching last night, maybe you'll be interested in watching to see what else happened last night. So, I'm thinking, like, if there is such a thing, the roof had leaked during a rainstorm. So maybe, with that leaking, and one of my friends said, like, they, believes in the paranormal, says storms and such do create disturbances. So maybe, with the leaky roof and all that, ceiling tiles falling down and water all over the floor, maybe disturb some things. But last night was a really weird experience with that smell. I've never encountered anything like that. So if you got any ideas, leave a comment. I'd like to hear what other people's thoughts are. I mean, I've had weird things like this before, but never when I've had a smell like that. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to hear more, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you later. Maybe with some more ghost stories.